Tennis is often seen as a glamorous sport filled with international tournaments, luxurious lifestyles, and fans cheering from the stands. But beneath that polished image lies a world of struggle, sacrifice, and immense pressure. For most tennis players, the path is anything but glamorous. They face grueling schedules, financial burdens, and the constant fear of injury. What looks like a dream from the outside is often a nightmare behind the scenes. Endless training and sacrifice. Being a tennis player means sacrificing nearly everything for the sport. From early mornings on the court to late nights in the gym, the workload never seems to end. Players spend years perfecting strokes, footwork, and mental focus. Unlike other sports where teams share the responsibility, tennis demands that one player alone must constantly train to carry their entire performance. This obsession with practice leaves little time for friends, family, or even basic social life. The cost of competing. Unlike many team sports, tennis players are responsible for funding their own careers. Coaches, travel, equipment, and entry fees quickly add up. Unless you are in the top rankings, the prize money often doesn't cover the expenses. Many talented players quit simply because they can't afford to compete on the professional circuit. The financial strain is a heavy burden that keeps countless athletes from reaching their full potential. Loneliness on the court. Tennis is one of the loneliest sports in the world. When you step onto the court, it's just you and your opponent. There are no teammates to lean on, no substitutions if you're having a bad day. The mental pressure of being entirely responsible for your performance can break even the strongest athletes. Traveling alone to different countries, spending weeks without family support, and dealing with constant pressure often creates deep feelings of isolation. The brutality of injuries. Every tennis player lives with the constant threat of injury. The sport is tough on the body. Repetitive movements, explosive sprints, and sudden changes of direction put immense strain on joints, shoulders, and wrists. An injury not only takes a physical toll but can also destroy a career overnight. Even after recovery, the fear of re-injury lingers, making it hard to perform at peak levels. Pressure of rankings. In tennis, your ranking determines everything, whether you qualify for tournaments, get sponsorships, or even earn prize money. A single bad season can cause your ranking to drop drastically, forcing you to start from scratch. Unlike other sports with long contracts or steady salaries, tennis players live under constant pressure to win just to keep their careers alive. The mental toll of this ranking system is enormous and often leads to burnout. The travel grind. Professional tennis players spend most of the year traveling. From one country to another, living out of suitcases, adjusting to different time zones, and dealing with short career span. For most tennis players, careers are brutally short. A handful of athletes might play into their late 30s, but the majority peak early and fade fast. Once injuries, fatigue, or declining performance hit, players are often forced to retire before they've had time to secure their future. Unlike other professions, there's no guarantee of stability once the racket is set down. Mental struggles and burnout. The mental side of tennis is relentless. Players are under constant stress to perform, often competing multiple times a week with little rest. The solitude of the sport amplifies self-doubt and anxiety. Many players struggle with depression or mental fatigue but feel pressured to hide it for fear of being seen as weak. The combination of physical exhaustion and mental stress makes tennis one of the toughest sports psychologically. Lack of recognition for most players. While top stars like Federer, Nadal, and Serena are celebrated globally, the vast majority of tennis players remain unknown. Thousands of hard-working athletes play in small tournaments with little media coverage, no fan base, and almost no financial support. It's heartbreaking to give your entire life to the sport only to be invisible to the world. The hidden struggles of tennis. Being a tennis player isn't just about skill, it's about endurance, sacrifice, and surviving countless obstacles. Behind the flashy tournaments and cheering crowds lies a lonely, punishing journey that very few can truly understand. Tennis might look like a glamorous career, but for those who live it, the struggles often outweigh the rewards.